Right, Ollie, just tell me about that performance. It felt like a pretty good one.
Yeah, really good night for the boys. I think they were excellent. Obviously, PSV are a top side and gave us some challenges, and I think the boys really rose to the challenge, and it was a really good performance to top off a good week's work.
Yeah, I think they got to the final in this competition last season, so they've obviously got a bit of calibre. Does that show the levels that your team can reach?
Yeah, I think I didn't know that, but it doesn't surprise me. I mean, it's a world famous club, and they had some excellent players, and like you said, the boys stepped up to it, and there's real quality in there. They just need to be able to put it together as much as we can and find that consistency. And you realise that with young players, that sometimes they're up, sometimes they're down, and we're just trying to keep them even keeled. And they've been excellent. Like I said, this last couple of weeks, it's really been putting bits together, and they're getting the fruits of their labour this week.
Yeah, it's been 2 clean sheets in a row. How pleased are you with that defensive side of the game?
Yeah, really pleased. That's something we're driving. I spoke about it last week after the Villa game, that even with 3 up with a couple of minutes to go, got to make sure we're staying out. It was the same again today, that even 2-0 up, a couple of minutes to go, you've got to drive it. You've got to realise how important to keep the ball out of your net it is, and one goal can quickly change momentum of a game. So it was really important, and the lads did that really well. I thought the back four were excellent tonight.
Do you think that can give you a bit of a head start, especially in maybe 21s football, where the games can be a bit crazy at times and there can be a lot of goals, to have a team that can calm it down a bit more defensively and can keep clean sheets?
Yeah, definitely. I think we're trying to teach them what it's going to be like when they go to first team. Obviously, a lot of our lads know what it's like and have seen and had a taster of it. So it's driving that standard and really emphasising to the boys, this is what it's going to take. And at first team level, if you can keep a clean sheet, you've got a chance of winning a game. So they've rose to that, and they've been really good, and they've took on board a lot of what we're trying to say. So long may it continue.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about those first team players who were involved tonight. How helpful is it for the other players in your group who maybe haven't experienced that, to have those players around them?
It's brilliant. The first team boys were excellent to a man. They were really, really good. So because it's always hard coming into a group and just being asked to go and play. So and to be fair to them, they were brilliant within the group. They done really well on the pitch, trying to lead, trying to help the boys out, and fair play to our boys as well, because I thought they stepped up, and it wasn't a clear difference between all first team players and 21s players. We want to bridge that gap, and we want to push our boys to really get to the first team and really be knocking on the manager's door. So tonight they put themselves out there, but we've got to keep doing it and keep doing it and keep doing it.
Is it part of what you're trying to do to almost replicate what they're doing with the first team, so that, as you mentioned, they know what they're doing almost when they step up?
Yeah, definitely. We want to try and make it as easy as possible for, if Johannes chooses to take some of them, that they already know how we play. I mean, I don't deliver it anywhere near as good as he will, but we're trying to put the right things in place, so when they go over there, at least it's a bit more seamless, because they understand how the game's going to be played and how it's going to look, and then it's down to them to grab their opportunity with both hands.
And onto the Premier League International Cup, obviously it puts you in a pretty decent position, I think, for the group stage. How far do you think your team can go?
Who knows? We just want to keep performing well. We're in a multitude of tournaments and competitions, and it's been great experience for myself and for the boys, and we just want to keep winning each game and keep trying to push the level of our group. That we know in football you never win every game, but can we have the desire to win every game? Can we show our true selves every game? And that's what we're sort of striving towards.
Yeah, that goal from Carrow, talk to me about that.
Oh, it's incredible, wasn't it? I don't know where he's pulled that from. That was they must have been teaching him at Stevenage or something. But yeah, it was superb. I thought he was excellent tonight. I thought he was really, really good. I know he's not had maybe as many minutes as he would have liked, but I thought he came and he led the line superbly. He worked so hard, and he got what he deserved with a real moment of quality. So it was superb from Ken, and I'm delighted for him.
Was that exactly the sort of moment that maybe he's coming back trying to get, so that he can then go back to Stevenage and make the case for more minutes?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's what a lot of the boys have got, different individual goals, and we spoke about it before, is how can you fulfil your individual goals within the team, because I'm really big on getting a good team spirit and the boys driving and pushing, because the only way they're going to get where they want as individuals is by good team performances and pushing each other and making each other better. So they've done that really well, and yeah, credit to Ken that he should take a lot of confidence from this, and hopefully he can go and get himself in that Stevenage team.
Yeah, as somebody who's obviously seen a lot of under-21s and youth football, how do you put your finger on maybe what's happened for Ken at Stevenage? Is it just that gap between youth football and first team football?
Yeah, I think it's always tough. I think bridging that gap's tough, and you need a little bit of luck, and you need the right thing, maybe an injury or someone, and you get your break and you get your moment, and you get that feeling of I deserve to be here, I should be here, and his time will come. I'm hoping he'll take a real big confidence from that, because it is a challenge to have a Football League career and to really push your levels higher and higher. It's a brilliant learning curve for him, and that's how he's got to see it. It's a challenge. What can he learn from it? What can we gain from it? And see where he can go.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask you a couple about your own personal situation? Obviously, you've not been here for too long, but I'm sure you've got settled now. How have you found it so far?
I've loved it, to be honest. It's been brilliant. I've found an excellent environment, an excellent staff to work with. The staff have been superb. The players have been excellent. I feel like they've really bought into what we're trying to do and what we're trying to say and how we're trying to push them to the next level, because we're going to keep pushing them. I'm not now happy we've won 2 games. No, we want to go and beat Middlesbrough now, and we want to go and win the next game after that. So they've got to keep pushing their standards higher, because we'll be onto them and we'll be making sure we can make them. I don't know what their ceiling is. I don't know how good we can make them, but it won't be for lack of trying from our part. And I feel the boys have really bought into that. So I've been really pleased with the first month's work. We've got loads more to do, and that's really exciting.
Yeah, there's been a lot of talk from Ben and Johannes about the importance of youth players and that pathway. Is that something that you can feel, especially at this club at the moment?
Yeah, definitely. I think we've got some excellent young players. I mean, we're saying the boys out there today were first team players, but I think they're all under 22, are they? Yeah. So it's still a young group. It's still a group that's striving, but that's got real quality, and they've got moments of brilliance as we saw tonight. And we're, like I said, trying to find how consistent can we find it, and how much can we turn a good under-21s player into a good championship player, into a top championship player. And that's the challenge for us, and that's the brilliant part of this job, is that, like I said, we don't know how good we can make them, but we're going to try and push them and push them and push them.
Is it an exciting time to come to a club like this? Obviously, I mentioned Ben and Johannes, and Dean is relatively new to the club as well. Does it feel like, with the change of direction, that it's a good time to get on board at Norwich?
Absolutely. It was a big draw of me coming here, that I thought it was a club on the up, and a club that are being innovative and trying to freshen the place up and doing more and more. And obviously, it's a club that's been really, really good and really well run over the last couple of years anyway. So it's just keep making it better. Like we said with the boys now, we want to keep making them better. We want to make the club better. We want to make the first team players better. We want to make everything better and keep striving. And so I've been so impressed with what I've found coming in the building, and looking forward to being a part of it.
Yeah, I just wanted to finish by asking you about Uriah JJ. He's signed a new contract, and we just learned in the last couple of weeks. Do you think he's somebody who can go on and play at first team level?
We hope so, yeah. That's my job, to keep making him better. That Uriah's a brilliant character, a really good young man that's learning, that wants to get better, that's going to be out there on the pitch working hard every day. I mean, he's got brilliant physical attributes, as you can see. I wouldn't want to be on the end of a 50-50 with him, and I keep trying to tell him that he's such a nice guy, but we need that mean streak when he crosses the white line. And then in possession, we're improving him, we're working him every day. So I was a former midfielder myself, so I always have a little bias to midfielders anyway. So I look forward to working with him every day. And like I said, just keep driving his levels and see where we can get him to, and keep pushing him on, and hopefully he'll fulfil all his goals.